Hello guys, what's up? This is Gideon Nwani once again, and this is the Madhouse Adult Entertainment Podcast. This is a special episode, and this episode is in collaboration with Naija Anchors, and Naija Anchors is a community of podcasters, and we're working together to use our voice to impact as many lives as possible, guys. In this episode, I'll be talking to my friends Jamal, the Young God, and Darlington about a topic that is very relevant and so informative that you love to stay tuned till the end. You know, it's gonna be lit. So our topic for this episode is Save the Boy Child. Does the boy child need saving? So I need you guys to stay with me till the end of this show and listen to what me and my friends have to say about this topic. If you're watching right here on YouTube, that will be more interesting and more fun for you because you're seeing us talk. Check the links in our description to learn about this podcast and how you can become a member of this podcast from at least $1 monthly to help us, sustain the podcast and keep us running, guys. You can follow us on social media at TMAE Podcast. Check the links or check the description for more to find out our links to social media pages that we handle and manage. In the next clip, you'll be hearing from the founder of Naija Anchors, and he has something to tell everyone listening or watching this video right now on YouTube.
Naija Anchors is a community of podcasters aimed at using their voices to make positive impact. Our vision is positively impacting as many lives as possible through our voices and creating the best speakers, podcasters through teamwork and hard work. And our mission is collaborating with podcasters to learn, grow, and positively impact our society one step at a time.
Yeah, guys, so you just heard from Damilare Mapa, who is the founder of Naija Anchors and the head of our community. And I'm about to go live with my friends right now to discuss our topic for today, guys. So please stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. Your favorite boy, Pablo Castro PR, on this podcast. We'll be right back. And the next clip you'll be seeing will be my chats with my friends over Zoom. And Darlington had to record his and send to us because he could not meet up with us on that day we recorded this episode, guys. So stay tuned, guys. Let's go. Yeah, guys, welcome back on the show, guys. This is still your favorite boy, Pablo Castro PR, and I have Rodney and Jamal in the building. Please go ahead and introduce yourself, Rodney, and then Jamal next. Let's go.
Hey everyone, my name is Rodney, Rod the Young God. I'm here with Pablo Castro PR on the Madhouse Adult Entertainment Podcast. Let's get it.
Thank you very much, bro. So please, Jamal, introduce yourself right now and call out your social media handle. Rodney, please, you call out your handle too and tell them what you do so you can sell your market if possible. We don't know who's watching, who's listening, because this will be available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, and let them follow. So Jamal, after you do that, Rodney, please call out your handle for them. Thank you. Jamal, you're next.
Hello, my name is Ibrahim Olatunji David Jamal. I'm a designer. I'm also a chartered banker. Yes, I design clothes. So I'm hanging out with Pablo Castro PR, and you can follow me on Instagram on Tunji_Jamal and Twitter Tunji_Jamal. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So Rodney, please call out to social media handle and tell them what you do, guys. I don't want to tell them that you're a podcaster directly. You go use your hand talking by yourself. So let's do it. Let's go.
I'm Rodney. I'm a podcaster. I'm the host of a podcast called The Young God. It's dope. It's a podcast for gods. And my Twitter is I am the Young God. IG is the Young God Pod. Do follow and let's keep in touch.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So before we get to our topic for today, we are talking about saving the boy child. Does the boy child need saving? Before we do that, I like to play a game with my guests sometimes, give them a this or that, to play along before we get into the serious matter. So Rodney, I want to do this now, this or that. Apple Podcast or Spotify?
Apple Podcasts.
Why?
Because everyone uses, people that listen to podcasts the most, especially on my stats, Apple Podcast is the go-to medium. So I naturally just have a preference for that just because my listeners are mostly there.
Oh yeah, now. Thank you so much. Interesting. Jamal, you're next. Now you're a chartered accountant, you said, and a banker, right? You know, and other things. But now let's do this. I want to do this bank one with you now. This or that? GT Bank or First Bank? Yeah.
That's a very dicey one. Okay, I would have loved if you said GT Bank or Access Bank. Yes,
Okay, yeah,
I'll
let's
go
do
with
that.
Access.
GT Bank or Access Bank. But now I didn't know what you want to choose. You want to choose Access, but no. GT Bank or First Bank. We'll leave it like that. Let's go.
GT Bank.
GT Bank. Why? Why exactly? People know to like that bank, but tell us why you like them like that.
GT Bank is more up to par with the trend, and also they have a target market where they are mostly young people. So they've been able to synchronize their processes with up-to-date technologies, as compared to First Bank, which is a very archaic and to a very large extent not as up there as GT Bank. GT Bank is ranked with the likes of Zenith Bank and Access Bank as the top three banks in Nigeria. So
Thank you.
yes, GT Bank.
Thank you so much. So, guys, just heard it from my guys, man. I just did that this or that for them right now. We're going straight into this one right now. Who is a boy child? Jamal, tell us. A boy child to you. Who is a boy child? To me, it is a male child actually. You know, but I know you might have your own opinion or your own idea or answer to this question. Please share with us. Then, Rodney, you can go next.
To a very large extent, my definition of a boy child or an individual termed a boy child, I think is actually a male, a
Exactly. Come on.
masculine,
Mm-hmm.
someone that has the masculine gender. And
Okay.
yes, a boy child. So I think it's not restricted to a certain age. Most people have this misconception that a boy child is maybe a boy or just a child or not. So I think as a guy, as a young guy, you can still be referred to as a boy child. So
Okay.
he's very encompassing, and I'll just say the boy child is someone of the masculine gender. Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Rodney, give us your own idea or opinion of a boy child. Then we'll take it from there now. We'll go to the next one.
Man, I'm gonna keep it simple. The boy child, na boy. Just it's that simple.
Now,
Nothing
man, be
else
that.
to.
Now, man, it
Nah,
be
man, it
that.
does.
No be lie, man. Thank you very much. So now let's talk about International Day of the Boy Child. You know, why do we have that day dedicated? You know, from my research, actually, it's a day for us to focus on boys. But for Una now, I don't know. Have you guys really heard about it or followed that trend? The International, Day of the Boy Child. Have you been following it on social media? Maybe, Rodney.
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing of it on this podcast, so I guess I should thank you for educating me and for bringing me up to speed. Because I did not know that there was an International Day of the Boy Child at all until now.
I said, to be honest, if not for the research and because I wanted to do this, I would not go in depth into this. It has always just been the girl child every time. But actually, they focus on that day sometimes to achieve gender equality in the world. But Jamal, I don't know. Have you also heard about this day? Like, is it common to you, or have you seen the trend online before?
Yes, I have. I think it's a day set aside to celebrate the boy child, to celebrate men, celebrate their efforts to society, celebrate their contributions, also embracing their fears, their defeats, and it's just celebrating men generally. I know, and just keeping us up to par with how far the drive has been to make the masculine gender sustainable and how we've been coping really. Yeah,
Wow.
so I know about it. Yeah.
Nice, thank you. Now Jamal sabi you mad, but actually, when I checked it online, the Boy Child Day was inaugurated in 2018 by Jerome. I don't know how to pronounce his surname exactly, but he's a thought leader on gender issues and the founder of International Men's Day. So actually, the day, like normally for boys like us, to feel special and feel, have that gender equality and everything. Because actually, these girls, they're always the ones about say girl child every time. So now let's talk about the challenges currently faced by boy child. As boys, we will be like this. We have challenges that we face, but I cannot see everything from my own side, and you guys are my guests. So let's go. Jamal, tell us, what are the challenges currently faced by the boy child that you know?
Man, if I go answer this question, where I want to start from, the matter.
He choke. He choke.
Man, as a guy, as a boy coming into the world, you're already -1. You come to Nigeria and you're -2.
I swear. I swear.
One day this economy like this, man, they
Plenty
don't carry
problem.
you.
Mad.
They
Mad.
don't carry they go where you don't know. So there's this responsibility, awareness that comes with being a man. So you are as a child, you are groomed with the notion that you're not supposed to show fear, you're not supposed to show emotions, you're not supposed to act in a certain way. So as young growing boys, we just find a way to build like a wall around our life, and we just find out, or we just find somehow to shut out all of these emotions and all of these feelings, and it's not very ideal. So the society we find ourselves, we happen to pay more attention to the ladies, to the girls, to the girl child. So before 2018, there was an international day for the girl child. You find so many NGOs having programs and doing stuff generally for the girl child, but we tend to forget the boy child, and which is not very good. The boy child is I feel if the boy child is well groomed and trained from childhood, most of the problems we have to deal with the girl child, we won't be having them. So things like rape, theft, armed robbery, and all of these vices really, if we have boy children or boys that are groomed well, so adulthood, I think the society will be a better place.
No be lie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Young God. Young God. What challenges as a guy where you be like this now, growing up till now, you show me you don't face a lot. As first of all, you say you don't talk say you even be Nigerian and gone as a boy say na double wahala. So but now let's talk about you now. Let's tell us now challenges currently faced by the boy child.
So as a boy, when I remember growing up as a young boy, a young kid, I think it's balanced in the sense that you grow up and you feel they treat the male child with such reverence. My first son, oh my boy, they want a boy over a girl. So you grow up feeling that kind of that sense of respect and elevation as a boy. But then at the same time, you're now taught that, man, there's responsibilities with being this kind of elevated, gender. You have to pay the bills one day, you have to take care of the family, you have to be responsible. So it depends now on the kind of upbringing in general that you get. Sometimes you might be raised by a family that takes that elevation too far. You now become very entitled, you become one ras spoiled boy that just cannot do anything for himself. But in my case, they did it in a way that they let me know. At the same time, they let me know that if you fuck up, there's consequences.
No
So it
man.
just depends on the household and what the parents are made of. But by the time you now get older, if you've been so entitled and so spoiled as a child, as a boy, when you get to teenage years or become an adult, you now find that you have all these like weird entitlements when it comes to women, when it comes to maybe money, position.
Yeah.
You don't have a very realistic appraisal of the world and yourself. So, and then that's how you now come and find out. That's how we now have boys or men that their brain touch in all kinds of ways, and they're causing problems for everyone. So, yeah, the challenges are almost. So, because when you start out, it doesn't seem like a challenge because they are praising you, they're protecting you, they're giving you preferential treatment. But it's by the time you now become a man based on those childhood upbringing that you now see the challenges really that I was not raised well to deal with these challenges that being a man really and truly entails.
Okay. Thank you so much. True. I'm not gonna lie, like these challenges are real. I'm not like as a guy, even me, myself, growing up, sometimes they just see you as a boy, like you're just a boy and you're just there. They're not good to just put like full attention for us. The only time they put attention on us is when it comes to providing, safety, security, they don't even care if sometimes we're mentally okay. Like, I don't know why. Even these girls, guy, even if you date girl these days, like, as a man, you be provider general, I swear that.
What's the problem? Why are you stressing my life?
Facts. Like, so it's crazy. So now let's talk about the challenges, how they can be resolved, how these challenges can be resolved. Are there ways they can be resolved, or should we just, overlook it every time and just let it slide every time? Jamal, what do you think? How can these challenges be resolved?
Um, Generally, I think there has to be a concerted effort. We have to be conscious about this. It's not just something that one person will set out to do. We have to collectively want to do this. So we have to find a synergy really between the government and private individuals. One of which would be how to ensure that the boy child is given equal attention as the girl child, and also to ensure that we are faced with reality, or we teach these young ones how to expect reality really, because you find out that they make certain ideologies that eventually it's not what we'll find out when we grow. You get so growing up, I had this mentality that okay, I'm actually an only son. I had this mentality that anyhow, everywhere goes soft and all. But I got out there and I found out that it's not what I expected. So while training these young ones, we should make sure that we let them know that it's not all rosy out there, man. When you go out there, you face challenges and you have to raise up. We should also find ways in which we can let them know that they have to treat ladies well too, and they have to prepare themselves for what's coming generally, because as a guy you are faced with so many things. There are too many expectations from your immediate family to the extended family. You have to be a provider, you have to be a protector, you have to, and so many of us grew without this mentality, so it's like adults who just don't really know. So we should create this awareness and just ensure that the girl child is actually looked after. I'm sure we'll have a better world. Really, we'll not have to struggle with so many things. In fact, there's a statistics that says that men die earlier than women. I'm sure we've all heard of this before.
Yeah, sure.
And
I've seen it.
you have like 85 to 90% of men in prison, of people in prison are actually men as compared to women. So you see that there are too many societal vices that would seem more appealing to the men than the women. So we have to groom our male children to have all of these expectations. So when they happen, it's not as if they are just caught unawares and they get distracted and all of these things. So we have to be conscious about this, and we have to ensure that there's a synergy. Both the government has a role to play, private individuals we have roles to play too. So if all of us are intentional about this, I'm sure would get better
No
as
lie.
a society, the
Thank you.
world at large.
Thank you so much, Jamal. Thank you so much. Rodney. Yes, please tell us, how can these challenges be resolved? You have said some, you can shed some more light on it, or give us your own part.
Uh, Again, it starts with how the parents teach boys to see themselves growing up. And the one thing you don't want to give any child is an over-bloated sense of self that is not based on merit, talent, anything that they've done with their own hands. Just because you're here, just because you're a boy, you are the shit. It's not a good way to start raising somebody. So you find a lot of mothers, especially, they're so in love with their sons. They so give them, this extra attention at the risk of their daughters. So in that way, that's where we have to start. Mothers who spend the most time with these boys need to continue to give the boy child a balanced training, a balanced upbringing, to understand, who they are in the context of the society that they're in, and what is right and what is wrong. I also think that a lot of the things that we do in school, the school curriculum, should also cater more to women in terms of balancing it out as well. Because you find out again that when you go to school and you see how they treat girls, the girl child, it elevates the boy's sense of entitlement as well. You know, when you go to the workplace, the way, you know, there's all these different dynamics that make it obvious in very subtle ways that the male or the male or the boy is ahead or is more respected. When we're able to cut down on those things, notice those little ways that we diminish the other and elevate the other, the boy child, then we can now start to resolve the challenges. Then and you know what? And at that point, men or boys will stop feeling undue pressure because you raised them to feel so big, and then when life slaps them left and right, they don't know how to deal. Like Jamal rightly said, you know. So if you want to help the male mental health, is raising them to understand that they are on the same level as everyone else. Is when you now give them too much of a sense of self or sense of entitlement that the mental health suffers because you feel like you have to keep up appearances, you have to be this, you have to be that, you have to appear a certain way. And from that point of view, all kinds of terrible things can happen. So I think that those are my recommendations for how we can help each other, especially the boy child, to thrive better and to not feel like they have to do the most or lean on something negative to be able to express themselves and show that they are here or they are the one or that they are the guy. You get that kind of thing. So that's what I would say.
Thank you. So guys, we're running out of time, but we have to go, you know, still. But before we go, let's conclude by answering this question. Does the boy child need saving? For me, for sure, man, we need saving. I'll not lie, like plenty saving. Like God, I beg you, alone. Like make God just come save us. I swear, God, I beg, come save the boys.
They are not carry us go where we don't know.
I swear down, like for real, man. So that is how we have to conclude this, guys. We really need saving. The question is this: does the boy child need saving? Yes, we do need saving. I'm answering this for everybody on this show, right? Now, be Rodney, when I support me now, Jamal, yeah.
Yes, so
you know why we need saving?
Why?
We need saving because you know, if you notice with woke culture now, there's been this attack on masculinity. So you find that they're attacking what it means to be a man or to be male or to be masculine. And there's the essence of a boy child, of a boy, of a person who is male with a penis and testicles is being masculine. Yeah. You know, the essence is to be masculine. And by being masculine is how you can have men who are protectors, men who are providers, men who build. You think it's not a woman that's going to build all these buildings and all these things. It's men, it's male hands mostly that go into the creation of societies and structures and cities and all these things that we all benefit from. So we have to really make a concerted effort to allow the natural masculinity of boys be expressed, be leaned into. That's what makes a boy, a man, a man. If they lose that and become and grow up into adulthood and they become, you know, soft and, you know, too unable to manage their masculinity, it's a problem that we're never ready for. So that's my take.
Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is YOUNG God Darlington and I am so excited. It's a privilege to be on this episode. Shout out to you guys. You're doing a marvelous job. Alright, it's a privilege, I will say. I count it as a very big opportunity to be here. Okay, so today I have 5 questions and I'm going to be giving my own opinion to this question. So the first question is, who is a boy child? A boy child is the male child. Everybody understands the boy who is a child. Next question is, why do we have or observe the International Day of the Boy Child? May 16 is the official date for the International Boy Child Day, and it is majorly to focus on the boy child, his well-being, his needs, to ensure that he feels happy, healthy, and valued in the family and in the society and community at large. All right, so this day is set aside to look into situations pertaining the boy child. All right. Next question is, what are the challenges currently faced by the boy child? The boy child, just like the girl child, okay, faces criticism, faces has a whole lot of expectations from family, from friends, um, um, society, even his own personal desires are also there, pressure, and a whole lot of others. Okay, so these are the challenges that the boy child faces. Now, if I say criticism, what do I mean by that? There are certain things that the boy will do that might not be tolerated by society. Um, Unlike the girl child, if the girl child exhibits such actions, she could be condoned, but because you are a boy, you'll be punished for it. Right? A whole lot of expectations from family. The boy child is expected to grow into a man and handle certain responsibilities. Remember, just for example, if a boy loses his father and he gets to 18 or even above 18, is tend to, in our society, it automatically means that this boy child is taking after his father. So he's assuming the responsibilities of his father. That's the kind of society that we live in right now. And we have pressure from parents, pressure from friends, peer groups, or his friends are doing well, he's not doing well. His friends are done with university, he's a dropout, and all this kind of affects the boy child. Okay, how can these challenges be resolved? First of all, the boy child should be seen as same way we see the girl child. Okay, the boy child needs love, the boy child needs encouragement, the boy child needs support, the boy child needs a mentoring or mentorship. The boy child needs a whole lot of love. Okay, so these challenges can be resolved by showing more love to the boy child, not segregating, having more platforms for the boy child. Sure, definitely there are platforms. A lot of people will say there are more platforms for the boy child than the girl child. But because of the society that we are in, even in Nigeria, it's hard and difficult for a boy child to come out to say that this is what he is going through. Let's say a boy child in a relationship, okay, he grows to become a mature male in a relationship, violent relationship, abusive relationship. He will not be able confidently to stand and say that this is what he's going through, because everybody will laugh at him and say, how can you be in an abusive relationship? You are the man. Of course, it's usually women that says they are in abusive relationships. Okay, so the last but not least here is, does the boy child need saving? Yeah, the boy child needs saving. A lot of boy child that have grown into men that can withstand anything. Probably they learned the hard way, probably they learned on the journey, have experiences, and there are some who will be feeble, who will be weak, who cannot do it on their own. So we need to help these guys. We need to help the boy child in every ramification, in every way that we can. Okay, the boy child can only get better with much love and support as the girl child is also given. My name remains Bon Darlington. You can follow me on Twitter at Lagos_born, small L, Lagos_born. I'm a content developer. I give you the best of promotional videos, write your scripts, do your voiceover. Currently working, have a team that handles your content for brand visibility and brand awareness. Hope to see you guys some other time. Thank you for watching. Love you.
So guys, it is a wrap, guys, and I'm sure you enjoyed and gained information from this one. And I have more episodes coming for you guys, and I have more that I've dropped before. So go check it out, guys. I had Jamal on this one and Rodney, and they were lit and they shared their opinions and experiences and ideas on this episode about saving the boy child. So, guys, I have to go. I love you guys. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast right now. If you're watching on YouTube, drop your comments down below. Check the links in the description for more. Follow this podcast if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all streaming platforms. And, please just run up the numbers, and that's all, guys. So please, Rodney, do you have your shout out you want to give? And Jamal, Rodney, give your shout out first, then Jamal can take next so that we can close this up.
It's very simple. I have a podcast as well. It's called The Young God. Do check it out.
Exactly. Sell your market.
Everything you need to hear. Yes, so it's everything you need to get to this world, and I'm here for it.
Thank you. Oh yeah, now Jamal, give your shout out or still sell your market if possible. All I'll say.
Yeah, you guys should patronize me or make I see food shop. I'm a fashion designer. I make clothes. I'm also a banker, chartered banker. You can reach me for your financial needs, and I would be most likely to give you my expert opinion. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tunji_Jamal, and also on Instagram, Tunji_Jamal. Then my business page, Jamal_Nation_. That's Jamal_Nation_ on Instagram. So I look forward to your.
Nice one. Thank you. Rodney, you didn't call out your social media handle again. Please call it. Some people, they skip all these things sometimes. So call out your handle once again.
IG at The Young God Pod. Twitter at I Am The Young God. You can't miss it. The one and only.
One and only, sir. Thank you. So, guys, become a member of this podcast to support us on Patreon. Buy us a coffee on Buy Me a Coffee. Check the links in the description for more. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless you. Till next time. Bye.